Good morning, good afternoon. How are you today? It's been a while since I put a new video up, and I found some time to put one up today. And I just had to do this one because we're going to be talking about something that's very dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about children, more specifically, boys. Because boys are being threatened, especially in the public school system these days. They're treating boys as if they're defective girls. They make schools very female oriented, which of course allows females to learn at a rate that is comfortable and geared towards them, make it easier for them to learn. But when you make things, geared to one sex or gender, it kind of only to one gender. That kind of harms the other one. They've removed recess, which is good for both sexes, but especially for boys, and other things out of schools, and physical education as well is kind of gone away. But today I'm going to be talking about kindergartners because, at that age, the mind is so fragile, and it's a beginning phase for children, and their minds are so impressionable, and they just soak up a lot of their characteristics that they'll have later in life, around that age, around 5, 6, 7. Now, in Seattle, there's a kindergarten teacher by the name of Karen Keller. And what Karen Keller is doing is she's preventing boys from playing with Legos. Now, she's done this in the name of what she calls gender equity. Now to say equity as in this particular way is to say she's gender fairness, pretty much. Use equity like this is to say gender fairness, but if she's preventing one gender or sex from using the Lego, she's not really being fair. I don't understand how she could call it gender equity, but that's what it is. And she says that playing with Legos helps with the development, acceleration, and math skills, and playing with dolls offer little challenge or opportunity for growth. Which the females, the girls, they like to play with dolls and not the Legos. And even though she's stopping boys from playing with Legos, they're still playing with the dolls anyway. Now I'm going to deal with her idea. So when I hear that statement about what Legos do and what dolls do, I kind of get the feeling that she didn't actually say this, but what she pretty much said is that the males are smarter than the females, or at least better than math. And she said she first tried to use pink and purple Legos to try to attract the girl students to play with the toys. Now, she doesn't like the fact that people say pink, and purple are for girls and blue and red are for boys, but she used pink and purple Legos to try to attract these little girls anyway. I'm not really sure if she's all that, the greatest snake in the world. And, she's just broken her own rules, and in my own personal opinion, just read this article. It's disturbing. It's disturbing if you're a parent, at which I am a parent, and that's why I'm disturbed about this. But, this is just one sick bitch. Let's just call it what it is. Because, first of all, the idea is stupid anyway. If you wanted the girls to stop playing with the dolls and play with the Legos, I'm just talking about idea. I'm talking about how wrong it is, but it would have made more sense for her to take away the dolls, so the girls had nothing to play with other than the Legos. So they would play with the Legos. Instead, she's just saying, what, boys, you can't have these Legos. So what she's done is she's not being fair to one sex or gender. What she's doing is she's intentionally she's crippling young boys in order to try to encourage females to do something that would make them a little bit better at math and things like that. which they don't want to do because, well, it's just not their thing. Building things is just not in these little girls' nature. And she's lying to the young boys, telling them that they're going to have a turn, which she has no intent to give them a turn and let them play with these toys, and made it all a female-only thing. And this woman hasn't been fired, and she needs to be fired. If there's ever a petition out there to get this woman fired, I'd be willing to sign it and spread it like wildfire. And she claims that by promoting this gender equity, she's doing the right thing, and the world is so far behind. Well, actually, I think the world is actually is far behind in gender equity. But right now, what you've done is you made the situation worse. Karen Keller has made the situation worse by being unfair to males, because it's males who are having been given the most amount of disadvantages in order to give females advantages, more privileges. And it's actually not females who are disadvantaged. And she says that the girls are being shut out of activities, certain activities. To be shut out is to be prevented from doing something. You're shutting the boys out. The girls are not being shut out. They were just choosing not to do this. I'm so sorry such a person like this was even elected, or hired to be in the school system. I would hope this person gets fired, and they are never allowed to work with children ever again. Take a look for yourself. Thank you. I wanted to bring this to your attention. And oh yeah, of course, she's one of these crazy feminists who believe that women are just inherently disadvantaged, which is not true. And all the evidence is right in front of them, but they'll ignore it. Remember, the power is yours.